welcome back to my channel. So it has been a couple of weeks. It's been technically almost a month since I last posted. I missed 2 weeks in between. So in this video today, I'm going to be doing some hairstyles that you can do when your hair is oily. Now my hair probably doesn't look that oily, but it is. I put in a bunch of dry shampoo yesterday, and so it's not as bad, but it's still super gross, and like I wouldn't wear it out like this. Like what is that? I need to cut that too, because like why is it so blunt? The bangs be growing. That's what I'm going to be doing. I don't know how many I'm going to be able to make. I'm just going to sit here and try and figure out as many as I can do, because I don't like to wear my hair out when it's oily, and I don't do slick backs. I don't do slick backs. They just don't work for me. If I do, I'll show you how I do it, but it's not just a normal slick back. I don't find they work. They look a bit too egg-like. But yes, I hope you enjoy this video. If you enjoy the video, please give it a like and subscribe. I do try to post every Wednesday, but I'm getting close to posting every Wednesday. I was consistent for a little while and then I fell off. But anyway, I will stop yapping and let's get into the video. This first one, I'm just going to show you what I do on the daily, which is like, it's my version of a slick back that's not just a slick back, because I don't like doing them. I find them too boring. You can probably see all the dry shampoo. Like, there is so much in my hair. That's pretty good, but we're not done there, because what is this? What is this? We cannot have that going on. I like to go in with a bobby pin. This can either be a bobby pin or it could be like a nice clip. Not this one, obviously, because that is a little bit too much to be on the side of your head. But go with a nice clip, pin whatever's there, or you can hairspray too. I try to avoid hairspray and gel and stuff like that, because as I did dance growing up, there was just so much product in my hair. So I try to like minimize the amount of stuff I'm putting in my hair now. Even dry shampoo, I try not to use it. I only used it yesterday because I had to go to work and I was like, I cannot show up like this. And something to put a little bit like more, I guess, whoa, I'm looking real egg-like right now. A little bit more detail is to do it so that they are crossed. Like that, instead of like, or you can do too straight as well. That works pretty nicely too. The only thing I like to do is, so your head is like a ball, right? But it's not necessarily perfectly round. So my head peak is about here. Here, I hope you can see that okay. And you don't want, if you're doing a high ponytail, you don't want to have the ponytail sitting any higher than that peak, because otherwise you get that, like, it was like 2018, I think, everybody was doing the high ponytails, and too high at that. Yeah, that's a little bit better. It's only slightly higher, but it makes such like a big difference from the front, because you see a little bit more here, and then from the side as well. Yes, I love this hairstyle. It's like my go-to. Super easy. It's like lazy girl. Oh, actually, this clip. Just like that. And now you have a super cute hairstyle with a little clip in. And nobody knows your hair is super oily because it's nice here. And if your hair is oily down the bottom, please just like wash your hair, because if it's gotten to that point. Alright, moving on. Braids are a super good option for when your hair is oily, but not everybody can braid and it can be quite difficult. So a tip that's really good, and it makes it pretty easy to get that braided look, is I will have these two bits out and kind of put like a bunch of dry shampoo in them, and instead of doing like a 3-strand braid, it's technically like a 2-strand braid, so it's just a twist. I'm going to turn it around for this, I think. So you go 2 like that, and then you just twist. And then at each bit you get, you pick up a little bit more, like that and put it into that one and then twist it. And make sure, now my part's probably going to be super wonky thinking about it now. Yellow. And then when you get to the end, you don't want to just continue twisting because that won't really hold. So you break it up into 3. This part can be a little bit tricky to get it even. And I don't like to braid all the way to the end. I like to leave like a decent chunk unbraided, probably like that much, because I find it looks really good, like cute when you have like a good little tassel at the end of your braid. There we go. And then this is where you come in clutch. You puff it out like that, so it's not super flat, and then you do that to the braid as well. And that's another reason to leave a bit more of a tassel, because as you puff it out, the hair tie will get pushed down. There we go. I'll go quickly to the other side and then I'll come back. And there we go. Usually if I was going to be wearing this out, I would put a little bit of hairspray and some ribbons in the end, because that would look super, super cute. If your hair is like super oily, I would probably recommend you don't pull your hair out and puff it up at the root. Only puff it up where it's braided down the bottom, because if you do this, it'll be more obvious that your hair is super oily. Whereas if your hair is kind of like medium oily, or if you put a little bit dry shampoo in it like I have, this is like a great option. And that way your hair's down and it's comfortable. It's not as demanding as that first one was. Now this hairstyle is super simple, everybody knows it, half up, half down. I feel like this has kind of gone out of style, but I don't really know why. It's super easy, super comfortable, like pretty much anyone can do it. It's the same as the ponytail, you just have to part your hair and use that hair instead. And my hair gets oily here first than it does underneath as such. The underneath usually isn't as bad as what's stuck directly on top for whatever reason, but I find this works really nicely, and you can put a bow in it as such. I love my big bows, so I usually do something like this if I'm going to do a half up, half down. There we go. And if you have a big bow like this, you can see it from the front, which adds a little bit more dimension, because my hair is pretty flat at the moment. As you can see, my bangs are just like slicked to my head almost, and doing this weird. But then you have a bit more going on the back of your head, and it covers up any oil you might have here. And if you do, you just put like a dry shampoo, or something that's really good as well. I don't know if it's great for your hair as such, but baby powder surprisingly works really, really well. But a tip, don't put too much, because a little goes like a long, long way. And if your hair's oily that night and you're not washing it, and you need to get up early the next day and you don't have time to wash it in the morning, put it in the night before, like thoroughly do it. Avoid the scalp because it can build up there. And then in the morning, wake up, brush your hair, and it should be literally like amazing. I used to do this in high school all the time, and people would be like, oh my gosh, your hair looks so good today, on like the day of my oiliest hair. The camera might have changed a little bit because I had to plug her in, but we should be good now. Now this is going to be a little bit of a variation from the last one. Instead of putting it into a ponytail, you just braid it instead. Now this one puts like a little bit less pressure on your scalp, because personally I have a pretty like not sensitive, but if my hair is tied up too tight, I will get like the worst headache for like hours and it won't go away. So this one's a little bit less demanding in that aspect, and it can be really good for just like going to uni, going to school. You're like, oh, I need to study heaps, just like throw your hair up. This works really, really good. And it is a little bit loose. You can do it tighter obviously, but I just did a loose one to show an example. Now if you're like, but Tamara, I like to wear side ponytails. One, you're going to be like the only other person in this world who likes wearing side ponytails besides me at the moment. And two, don't worry, I got you. If you can't braid, skip the braid, go to the ponytail. If you can braid, do the braid. Oh my gosh, my arms are tired after that. Now, you could stop here, but it's a little bit like, okay, you just got a side pony, what's going on? You turn around, boom, braid, but I don't know what it looks like, honestly. But if you puff it out, it'll look better. Ooh, I don't know, maybe. I did that a lot. It's so hard to tell. It's so bright in here. Okay, that actually looks super cute. Okay, but we're not done. But I want to show you the braid. Pretty proud of it actually. I don't want to take it out. Oh, I should have saved this to last. Anywho, clip. I love clips. I have so many of these claw clips and they are like my holy grail. I use them for everything. Even the half a puff down. If you're like, oh, I want more volume, boom, claw clip. However, my hair's a little bit too thin to do that. But if you have thicker hair, that will definitely work super nicely. This would look better if my hair was washed, but it's not. And that's not what this video is. Pull your hair up, and a tip when you're putting in claw clip. Sometimes you'll see people and their clip is like, here's their scalp, it's like this, or like this, even worse. It's only clipped at the bottom. You need to clip it from the top, because if the bottom's not clipped like to your roots, that won't matter because the pressure is going to be coming out. But if it's only clipped at the roots, the pressure is going to be coming out from the top still, and so it's going to go like this off your scalp and look really, really weird from the side. Everyone's going to be like, oh my god, what's wrong with her hair? So, yeah, from the top like that. Oh, you can't even see. Like that. I don't know where. There we go, and it gives you just so much more volume. It gives like a little bit more detail onto like what's going on with your hair. There's the back. I think it's just so fun, and it makes it more like flippy and like. So don't look at my shirt, it's mine. I love this hair. I don't want to take it out. Oh my god, I don't want to take it out. Oh, and then if you don't want to do a claw clip because you're like, ew, no, or like if your hair's even thinner than mine, that probably won't work too well. Get a clip. This clip would have done, but let's go for something smaller. This little flower, super cute. My mum made it. And put it a little bit angled towards the front so you see it from that angle. If you had two, that would work really well, because then you put one here and it would like wrap around a bit more. Even like a scrunchie, a different clip, different claw clip, different bow, ribbon, anything to accessorize will make it look super, it will elevate it more, if that makes sense. I don't want to say super good again or super nice, because that's like my only vocabulary at the moment.
Black gift box with an orange. So I'm gonna leave two in it, which is actually a girlfriend.
The sun's starting to set, so we're getting this really bright light coming in. I'm sorry about that, but also I'm sorry to myself because I'm getting blinded right now. Now this hairstyle is a little bit different. It's not something that I would personally do, but I think it's super cute, and you can do it without the tassels as well. I just left the tassels in because I wanted to feel like a little alien. And you can also use hair ties if you don't have bobby pins, or if you find bobby pins too hard. I just did bobby pins because I was lazy and they were easier personally than hair ties. But two little space buns with like little spikies. If your hair is like longer or shorter, do spikies, don't do spikies, like whatever calls your name really. These are going up really straight from the front. I feel like an alien. Look at me, I've got two little devil horns. With no tassels. If you want to rock the egg life, go ahead. It's your life. But I like my tassels in front pieces. I think it frames my face nicer too. For this last one, I'm going to do like a half a puff down, but like with a twist. For this lighting is actually horrible. Alright, so half a puff down, you saw it not too long ago, but we've got a twist this time so you can see. It's really easy to do, and a lot of people probably think it's harder than it is, but all you have to do is grab a piece of hair and do this. Like keep the strands distinctly apart from each other. that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that this helped at least one person figure out what they're going to do with their hair when it is oily. And if this helped you, please let me know in the comments, and any other styles, tips, tricks, or even recommendations that you'd like me to talk about. I will see you guys next week. There is a series coming that was similar to my last video I just did, and it's going to be showing you guys that you do not need to buy that new pair of jeans that is trending, or you do not need that dress, and you do not need that shirt that is $100 for something that is basic and you've seen before, because you probably have something close enough in your closet. And I want to help people style things that they already have, just basics, and show how like many different styles you can make from one piece of clothing, because I feel like there's such a stigma that you need to buy certain clothes to have a certain style, or you need a certain style. There are many more videos of that coming, and I can do more hair videos too. Yes, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!